I'm back with y'all to teach y'all or let's learn how to cook as a side meal for that holiday dinner or lunch. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to cook jalapeno cheddar cornbread. It's simple as easy. You know, I don't like to be in the kitchen too long, but I'm about to show you how to cook this. And it's not going to take that long because guess what? Your girl got to cook. Now, don't mind my grandma hat. I've been knitting and I just want to wear it because I think it's so cute. Okay, so what we're about to get into is some nice cornbread. Jalapeno cheddar cornbread. It's simple and easy, and if you go to your grandma's house, you can pick up these ingredients because I know she got them. Or you can go to your nanny's house or your auntie's house, especially if she want to make the sweet potato, or if she makes the potato salad. Okay, so I know she got these ingredients. And this meal is under $10. You can make it if you know how to cook cornbread. It's kind of easy, simple, and it's kind of interchangeable. So come on, let's follow me in the kitchen and let's get to it. So y'all know I had to bring out the mixer, okay? Because one thing about it, too, for sure, I'm going to bring out the mixer when I can, and I'm going to do it right. So I'm going to go down the ingredients and what we need to make this, y'all. I need to put my mic on. I don't have my mic because I like to talk to y'all. Give me a second. This is crazy. I don't have my mic on. All right, y'all. I'm back. I forgot to bring the mic. I was like, where is the freaking mic, y'all? So we're about to do it. We're about to do it the right way. So, crazy me forgot to put the mic on. I like to talk to y'all with the mic so I can move around. I can move it while I groove it. Cool. Check 1, 2. All right. So, today we're going to be making jalapeno cornbread. I had to hurry up and go get the mic. Crazy. Reason why I forgot the mic? Because I'm charging my phone up. Alright, so let's put that in there. Alright, so let's get to it. So I told you I was going to be bringing y'all back. Hola, hello, friends. So I told y'all today we're going to be making another side meal to bring to the dinner table or the Friendsgiving, okay? We still got time. So follow me in the kitchen. Now I brought out the stand mixer because anytime I'm able to do it, I'm going to bring it to you. Don't worry about my hat. I got my grandma hat on. I've been in my knitting bag because guess what? They getting these for Christmas. Okay. So I've been working on that. But today, you know I don't like to be in the kitchen too long. I'm going to bring you something simple, easy. You can go over your nanny's house, your grandma's house, your auntie that make the sweet potato or the potato salad. I know they have these ingredients. And if you have to go and purchase it or buy yourself, guess what? It's only going to be probably about roughly $10 or under, or you might be like $9.97, but you can reuse this over, cook it again. It's simple and easy, and I'm gonna show you how to cook it. Okay, so I learned this from my grandma. If you know how to make cornbread, it's like in and out, not that hard to do. So I'm gonna run down the ingredients that we need, then we're gonna flop it in our stand mixer. Everything's gonna be simple, I promise you. I tell you, not kidding you. So first thing first, we're gonna need some cornmeal. This is the cornmeal. You can get it where the flour is at. It comes in little bags. I have never seen it like in a big jumbo bag. And this roughly runs you under $4, okay? Where I live at, under $4, just depending on where you live. So you need a cup of that. I have everything listed down in the description box if you're interested in making this. It's really good. So I'm going to take this off of here. And then I'm just going to throw everything in my pan right here so you can see it. So you need 1 cup of cornmeal. We're going to put that in there. You need 1 cup of AP flour. AP flour is all-purpose flour. It's the white flour. I have never used wheat or anything like that. So if you're interested in using wheat or a different type of flour, try it out. Let me know. I never did it before, okay? Then you need 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Do not get it confused with baking soda, okay? Baking soda and baking powder are totally different things. They're used for different baking methods. But today we need baking powder, okay? Now, I remember when I first did this, I did not have baking powder, and I was trying to be slick, and I was like, I could use baking soda. It did not rise. It was nasty. It was terrible, okay? So you want to make sure you level everything out, and you just dump that in there. You want to do your dry ingredients first, then you're going to do your wet ingredients. So I know a lot of people are like, well, you just dumping stuff in there. It's an order. So if you're a baker, you know it's an order. You can sift this if you want to. If you sift it, it means you just go through this little machine. I'm going to buy one on Amazon so I can show y'all. And then you can just make sure it doesn't have any lumps or anything in here. Now, before I put my wet ingredients in here, I like to put my flour, just a little bit, a pinch of my flour onto my cheese. Okay, just because I don't want my cheese to be at the bottom. I want it through the whole process. So I do tend to just take a little bit out and put it from my batch into my cheese. You need a full cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and then I did a half a cup of cube cheddar cheese. So I put that in there, and it's just like this, and I'm just going to set it aside. You also need a jalapeno pepper. Now this one right here, take the seeds out. It's hot. I never use a habanero. And if you want to use a habanero, I don't know. Thank you for the hat. I've been knitting. I keep saying sewing. I've been knitting. Somebody taught me how to do it, and I was like, okay. So I need to get it like a little bit smaller because I got like a small head. We off topic. Let's get back to cooking. Okay. So you need a jalapeno. I did half of a jalapeno, and then I took out the seeds. Do not leave all the seeds in there because you're going to burn your people's mouth. And dice, chop. You can make it thin. This is what I did. This is how mine look. Make sure you wash your hands when you get done. Then you're going to need 2 eggs, room temperature. That's going to be a part of my wet batter. And then you also need a stick of butter. You can use salt or unsalted. Oh, yeah. Wrap the bacon. How you did that on the grill. I love jalapeno poppers and Arby's. I know I'm keeping Arby's alive. If you don't have an Arby's where you live at, they got some good ones too. So you need 1 stick of butter, which is a half a cup, and then 2 tablespoons of butter. I put it in my pan and put it in the oven. I'm going to show you that in a minute. That's going to grease the pan. You're going to need 1 cup of milk, and you also going to need a half a cup of sugar. Now, if you like sweet bread, you can put more sugar, but I just put a half a cup of sugar. I don't want a lot of sugar. I don't want it sweet, so I didn't use a lot of sugar. So first things first, I have my 1 cup of cornmeal and 1 cup of flour in here. I'm going to mix that up with my spatula. And if you don't want it to have like a little bit of, sometimes it has like lumps in it, go ahead and use a sifter and sift it, okay? So you can do that. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and add in this sugar, okay? So I'm going to add the sugar to the dry ingredients just like this. I normally take off my this part because it's kind of hard to put in my ingredients in this bowl. And I wish I would have got the old school bowl. I got the one that just lift up. I kind of don't like it, but this was not cheap, okay? So I'm going to put this on low. Well, maybe if I plug it up first. So then I'm going to put it on low. That's so funny, y'all. I do silly stuff all the time. So I'm going to put it on low. Let it just let it incorporate. I couldn't get it together because I'm like, I don't want this flying everywhere. Because I want my baking powder, my sugar, my flour, and cornmeal to mix up before I start adding in my other ingredients, okay? Then I'm going to cut it down once that's all mixed up. Now, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer or you can just use a spatula. It really doesn't matter. It's up to you. And we are making jalapeno cheddar cornbread today, okay? And I already made some from the other day, and I'm going to show you how it looks. So next thing you want to do is go ahead and add your wet ingredients, so-called. And what we're going to do is add 1 cup of milk. I have whole milk. You do not have to use whole milk. You can use whatever milk that you have. Normally in my house we use almond milk because we have like stomach issues with milk, but in this case I don't taste it, especially when I'm cooking like something like this. I really don't taste it, so it's not like a big deal to me. But if I had to like make macaroni, I probably wouldn't did this. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 egg. I'm so happy that I saved the egg. I promise you. That egg just slipped out my hand, y'all. That is so funny. But it didn't crack in there. It cracked a little bit. Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. See, this is why this is a learning channel. You need 1 egg. See, I do stuff like this to keep y'all entertained. Okay, hold on. Ah! All right. Look what I just did. I know how to cook. When I get my man, I got him. So you go take the other egg you did. That slipped out my hand, and I'm so happy it did not like crumble. I stopped there just in time. Don't do as I do. Do as I say, okay? Crack 1 egg at a time. That is so funny. Okay. And we continue. Put that in there. Stir it up, baby. Stir it up. All right, so we got the milk and the 2 eggs in there. I'm going to slowly add in my cheese. Let me tell you something. My great-grandmother, she used to say, who eats the most, get the most. And she literally will put egg shells in some stuff. So this is a warning. If you get a little, you get a little. So now I'm going to put the jalapeno peppers in here. That is funny. Add that to our mixture. Oh, this looks lovely. I'm so happy I saved that. That is crazy. Okay, and we're going to mix it for just probably 2 or 3 minutes, okay? On low. So everything is incorporated. All right. Not for sure if y'all can hear me. That's a little loud to be on too. So then I put 2 tablespoons of butter in here, and I put this in the oven to melt. And all I'm going to do is let this melt into my pan, and I'm going to grease the side of the pan. You do not need to add flour to this. You know, some people are like, oh, just add a little flour. Don't do that. Just do it like this, okay? So as that's going on, next thing you need to do is go ahead and melt your stick of butter. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the microwave and melt it. And you can do like 10 seconds interval. And then once it get done melting, you're just going to go ahead and throw it in your mixture. And then once your mixture is already combined together, all you're going to do is just layer it in your pan. You're going to put your oven on 400 to start preheating it right now. It's going to be on 400. And then you're going to put that in there. You're going to wait until it's golden brown. Put it in the middle rack. And then once it's golden brown, put a toothpick in the middle to make sure it's done and it comes out clean. So all of the ingredients and the measurements are actually in our description. So if you're looking to see how that goes, go ahead and check it out. And I'm just over here warming up this butter so that I can have it melted. It shouldn't take that long. And then once it's melted, I'm going to add it into our mixture. So just give me a hot second, okay? Okay. Then I'm going to show you the finale of the jalapeno cheddar cornbread. It's simple, it's easy, it doesn't take that long. And as that butter is melting, I'm just going to have this stand up just a little bit. I'm probably going to put it on fast so I can get done faster. That's pretty good. Now, the skill level for cooking this is 0 to none, okay? You don't really have to have a lot of baking skill level, because if you was here from the beginning, you seen that the egg slipped right out of my hand. It went in there, it cracked half, and I didn't get no eggshells in there, okay? No eggshells. So you don't need any baking experience to bake this. Okay, so that was just a stick of butter right there. And if you can get the rest of that butter out, go ahead and do that. But just leave it alone for you break the glass in there. And nobody has time for that. Okay. So now I'm going to take my take this out. Set this aside. I'm going to take my spatula and make sure everything is mixed in, because I don't want any powdery flakes at the bottom. You know, at the bottom of the bowl, sometimes you have some flour or cornmeal that didn't get mixed up into your batter. So you just want to take your spatula and go around. Okay. And we're going to whip it a little bit. Whip it real good. Then I'm going to show you what it should look like. Okay. And then at this point, your butter should have melted in your pan because you only put 2 tablespoons in there because you're greasing your pan and you're giving it a little love. Okay, a little love goes a long way. And then all we're going to do is just take this out of here. You would think I use this all the time, wouldn't you? I don't. Only use it only during the cooking seasons. So it should be an easier way to get this out. And then this is how your batter should look, okay? Nice, nice. Hopefully I can see it. It looks nice. So now what you want to do is just go ahead and pour it. Make sure you don't have any flour sticking or didn't get mixed in. And all you're going to do is just pour it in your pan. Now, you can use an 8x8 or you can use a 9x13. When I made this prior to, I used an 8x8 and it was like some thick southern cornbread, okay? It was a meal. So today I'm gonna use 9x13 because I don't want the cornbread that thick, and I'm gonna show you how thick that cornbread was. It was delicious, but it was thick. And I feel like with this recipe, you can feed at least 5 to 6 people. Now, when I made it in an 8x8, listen, only 4 people was eating it, maybe if they didn't come back for seconds, but it was no reason to come back for seconds how thick that cornbread was. So once you get all this in there, your oven should have already beat because it's ready for you to rock and roll. And you have your mixture in your pan. It should look like this when you get done. Put that in the oven. Again, the oven should be at 400 and you should cook this for about maybe 35 to 45 minutes, depending on your oven and what's going on. And when I say depending on your oven, it just depends on what rack that you put it on. So some people, if you put it on the bottom rack, I will watch it maybe 25 minutes. If you put it on the top rack, it depends. And then it depends if your oven cooks from the top, like the elements are on the top or if they're on the bottom. I have an old school oven, so baby, it's cooking from the bottom to the top. And we're gonna go ahead and stick that in there. Now let me show you what this cornbread looked like when I made it the other day. And I'm just gonna warm it up because I literally made it and my family ate it up. And at this point, it's no cornbread left. So let me get my fork and I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like. And let me see what's going on. Yes, indeed. Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of the community. And over here, we be cooking live and just having a good time. If you missed it, I had a blooper. I'm not going to repeat it because you missed it, so you need to go back and watch it. If you're interested in cooking jalapeno cornbread, cheddar cornbread, you need to go ahead and go in the description box. I have everything listed, and this cornbread is the bomb. And you can bring it to the Thanksgiving, okay? So let me show you what this cornbread look like. I had to warm it up to give y'all the effect because when it comes out the oven, it's going to be steamy. Oh, my God, it smells so good. Oh, my God. I just love myself. If you don't love yourself, who gonna love you? You better love yourself. So this is a cornbread. It has jalapenos in it. It's sweet. It's a cornbread. It's thick. And it got cheese in it. What else could you ask for? Now, you see how golden brown it is on top? That's how yours should look when you cook it. Once it's golden brown, you stick a toothpick in it or whatever, a butter knife, and it comes out clean. Take it out. Do not let it sit in the oven because if you do, you're gonna make it get a little more browner. We don't want it too dark. Because this ain't the recipe you want a little dark. You want it to go crispy. And now it's time to chew down. Now I'm not gonna make nothing that I'm not gonna cook because groceries is too expensive and I don't have the money to be wasting. But this is how, y'all. I had to put it in the microwave so I could show y'all like the steam. This is 2-day-old cornbread. Well, technically a day old. It's good still. So if you want to bring something, hold on, y'all. This is good. Now, this is what I was talking about. If you want to cook it in the 8x8, it's going to be good. But I cooked it in 13x9 or 9x13. It's going to be a little smaller. It's not going to be this thick. This is like, I can eat this by myself for a meal. But if you're interested in making this, go ahead and check out the description box. Make sure you like, you share. Make sure you come back again because I'm going to do another live. Watch this again. And if you have any comments or concerns, please leave them down below because I am interested in reading them. Communication, conversation is the key over here to growing the channel. We're going to have a good time for a long time. And if you're interested in it and communicating and sharing recipes, or you have a recipe that you want me to try out, please let me know. I'm more than willing to try it out. And we cook over here on a budget. So this meal, if you have all the ingredients, it shouldn't cost you that much, under $5. If you do not have all the ingredients, you have to go out and purchase it. $10, okay, under $10, and you can always go to your grandma's or your aunt's house that cook, and you can still like some cornbread and stuff, because you only need a cup of this and a cup of that and a half of this, so they should be able to get to you. You know, remember old school days, like, can I borrow a cup of sugar? Go back to them days, and this is good, okay. Really, really good. So hopefully you like. And I will catch y'all next time. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen, cooking with this community. Okay. I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Uh-oh.